Welcome back, guys, for some more Pokemon Go. And once again, this was an unintentional start to the video, an unplanned start to the video, whatever you want to call it, because we just got ourselves a shiny. And this is actually my second shiny of the day already. I was actually going to start by doing the intro and all that sort of stuff and, you know, introducing the actual shiny that I got this morning. But we're starting with this one instead. Again, an off-brand shiny. So for the last two starts of these Christmas events, we've got off-brand shinies. So we will give our little Talo, Golden Raz, normal Pokeball, and surprisingly enough, this is one of those shinies that took me forever to find originally, and now this is, I think, my third or fourth one. So is it good? It's surprisingly okay, I suppose. I mean, it's 1 star, but it's almost 10/10/10, which is okay for a wild shiny, I suppose. So that's a start to the video, I suppose. We'll start this little guy, and we will go on to actually showing you the one that I got earlier today, shiny Alolan Vulpix, which was really surprising. I mean, I woke up this morning, basically got out of bed, decided that I'd check my game, see if anything had popped up, and woke up to a shiny Alolan Vulpix, which is really good. This is my second one that I needed for an evolution, and I actually got a really good one for PvP, like last night as well. So I've had really good luck with the Alolan Vulpix. Just a shame that we didn't have luck with some of the other shinies that we wanted during the first part of this Christmas event. But hopefully this bodes well, and we'll get many more shinies today. So now that those shinies are out of the way, let's head over to where I was actually going to start the video off and, yeah, go over everything else that we're going to be doing today. So now that we've found somewhere a little bit more comfortable, we can go over what we're actually going to be doing in today's video and basically everything that's involved in this second part of the winter holiday event. So there is a new special limited research task for us to do. So this one has 3 paths that we can choose from. One is around hatching eggs, the other is hatching Pokemon, and the last one is collecting a Stardust. So you have to choose one of these 3 paths. The rewards that we get rewarded during the actual quest are the exact same no matter which path you choose, but the reward that you get afterwards is different for each one. So for the egg hatching one, you get half hatch distance for the remainder of the event. The Pokemon catching one, it's double XP for the remainder of the event. And then for the Stardust one, it is double Stardust for the remainder of the event. So choose whichever one you think you would like the most. Personally, I'm probably going to go with the Pokemon catching one because I'm at a stage where I need to start collecting XP again to level up, so we should prioritize XP over other things. I already have, you know, 17.5 million Stardust, so we're not short on Stardust, and I hardly ever hatch eggs, so that bonus is pretty much useless to me. So we'll quickly go over the tasks for each one of the paths. They are pretty much the same no matter which path you choose. So the rewards and the tasks are basically the same. There's only one task for each one of the paths which is different. So starting off with all of them, part 1 is catch 5 Pokemon, spin 3 Pokestops or gyms, and power up a Pokemon 5 times. Part 2 for the egg hatching part is catch 10 Pokemon, catch 25 Pokemon, catch 40 Ice-type Pokemon, catch 8 different types of Ice-type Pokemon, hatch 3 eggs, and send 25 gifts to friends. Part 2 of the catching path is catch 10 Pokemon, catch 25 Pokemon, catch 40 Ice-type Pokemon, catch 8 different Ice-type Pokemon, earn 25,000 Stardust, and send 25 gifts to friends. So it's really only that second last task which is different from path to path. And lastly, for the Stardust path, it's catch 10 Pokemon again, catch 25 Pokemon, catch 40 Ice types, catch 8 different Ice types, earn 7,500 Stardust, and send 25 gifts to friends. So, like I said, no matter what path you choose, you'll be getting the same rewards. So, yeah, honestly, I feel like they could have put a little bit more effort into making them a little bit more different. The rewards could have been the same because, you know, people are going to complain if people get better rewards than they got, but I still feel like it could have varied a little bit more from task to task. But I do suppose it's probably more about the reward that we get after we finish the task rather than the rewards that we get from actually doing the task. So yeah, like I said before, choose whichever one you feel is going to be the best suited for your playstyle. Don't let anybody else make that decision for you, because you know how you play the game better than anybody else. So other than that, there isn't really much else that's changed from the first part of the Christmas event. We do have a bunch of different costume Pokemon, and some of the ones that we had from the first part have been changed over, but I feel that was just a waste of time. They should have just left all of them available for the whole event. I don't see the point of changing them from one part to the next. It just frustrates people because it's not fresh content, it's just recycled stuff. Because I mean, a lot of these costume Pokemon we've had anyway, so it's not like it's the first time we've had them. And then just making them available for, say, half event just to make it seem like they're giving us something new for the rest of the event is very half-assed. But as you could see from the research tasks, they don't really seem to be putting much effort into things anymore. So hopefully going into next year they pull their finger out a little bit and actually start trying to make the game interesting again, because I think that's why so many people have dropped off playing, just because the game has just become so repetitive. So speaking of the costume Pokemon, one of the ones that has been released during the second part of the event is the holiday hat Eevee, plus all of its evolutions. Tomorrow there is going to be a collection challenge that is released that only lasts for basically a day and a half, 2 days. I am fearing that it's going to involve having to collect all of the hatted evolutions, and given that we have such a limited time to do that and it's over actual Christmas, I think that maybe that was a really bad choice by Niantic. I'm going to hold my judgment until I actually see what is involved in the collection challenge, but I have a sneaking suspicion that given that it's featuring Eevee, it's going to require us to have to get all the evolutions. And also, to go along with this grinding of all these evolutions, we're going to have to find some time to do Avalog or Hisuian Avalog raid day as well. So we've had, you know, 2+ weeks of this event so far. I don't understand why they couldn't have spread this stuff out a little bit, why they've tried to squash it all into the weekend of Christmas. Really boggles my mind. And lastly, before we set out on our adventure for today, to go along with all this fresh new content that we've got for this event, we can actually evolve our ribbon-wearing Cubchoo that we've had for several years now. Actually, was last year the first year we got? I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But we have 4 of these already, so we'll evolve one of them during the video, because like I said, fresh new content is what we're all about here on this channel. So now that we've got all this news and shinies and etc. out of the way, we can get into starting this quest. We've already completed this first stage, as you can see, so we'll get our Glacier Lure, our encounter. I should actually know what this is, because I did, of course it was going to be Eevee. I should have said it was going to be Eevee. This will be our Pokédex moldy cake hat Eevee. That's what I'm going to call it, because that looks like what it's wearing, a moldy cake on its head. Moldy cake Eevee. Does it have good stats? It is, yes it does have good stats. A number 1. Unfortunately, it's not a shiny, so that'll be the goal for today, I think, in amongst trying to finish this, just trying to get a decent amount of good IV shinies, not good shinies, good IV costumed Eevees, so when we have to do the collection challenge tomorrow, we've got decent ones to evolve. Now, this is where we get to choose our path. We'll probably get a bit of an explanation about it first, but we'll click on catching Pokemon just in case, because I don't want to go choosing the wrong one. Alright, so choose this if you wish to gain 2 times XP for catching Pokemon for the duration of the Winter Holiday Part 2. You'll be challenged with tasks such as catching Pokemon and earning XP, and you may encounter Pokemon such as Galarian and Mr. Mime. For the egg hatching part, choose this wish will grant you half hatch egg distance for eggs placed in an incubator during the Winter Holiday Part 2. You'll be challenged with tasks such as catching Pokemon, hatching eggs, and you may encounter a Pokemon such as Galarian and Mr. Mime. And lastly, the Stardust Challenge. Choosing this wish will grant you 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon for the duration of the Winter Holiday event. You'll be challenged with tasks such as catching Pokemon and earning Stardust, and you may encounter Galarian Mime, blah blah blah. Okay, so we'll go with catching Pokemon like we're going to. There we go, we've got part 2 ready to go. I won't bother going over all this stuff again, because we've been over it multiple times already, so we know what we've got to do today. fingers crossed we can have more shiny luck. I mean, we've started off the day strong, so we'll get at it, get this done, I'll pick it up shortly. Alrighty guys, well, we have finished off with our quest for the day. I'm at home now. I'm doing everything I possibly can to avoid the swarm of mosquitoes that is literally trying to eat me in this seat. So we're going to get through this as quickly as we can. We have all these research tasks from the quest to collect. I have a couple of research tasks that'll hopefully be for the Eevees. They'll either be the Eevees or the Pikachu, but yeah, fingers crossed we can get a couple of Eevees so I can get some decent ones that we can evolve tomorrow. And we still need to do this evolution for the Beatrick as well. So, Beatrick, same. We'll get that done as well. So, we'll get straight into this research. Collect this first one. Fingers crossed we'll actually get some decent Eevees and stuff out of this as well. Could have been a shiny. That's disappointing given that it is actually the special edition one. And that goes against everything that was from the last part of this event. They gave us a whole bunch of featured Pokemon, but they weren't costumed. Why is this one costumed from the research? Can Niantic ever just be consistent with something? I don't understand what all this chopping and changing is about. It's just frustrating. So, does it have decent stats? Surprisingly, yes. That seems very common these days. When I don't get a shiny, I get something with decent stats or vice versa. But anyway, that will probably be the one that we keep for now. On to the next. Alright, task number 2 is a non-shiny Cubchoo. Not that we really need this one, as you guys have seen. Can we continue the run of good Pokemon from Raise? That's okay, it's 3 stars. Third task... Lapras? Getting a whole bunch of possible shiny stuff here. Come on. We need to keep this shiny vibes going. We started off the video so well. I want to finish it with that same sort of momentum. And Lapras is terrible. Disappointing. Let's just transfer that straight away, shall we? Task number 4 is a shiny. Damn it. Shiny Delibird, no, a non-shiny Delibird is what I meant to say. And our smelly bird from this task is 2 stars. Terrible. Off you go. Next task. Fingers crossed. Now that's a shiny that I would have wanted. I've actually done a couple of raids for these today in the hopes of getting the shiny, but no luck unfortunately. And our Darumaka is 3 stars. Again, just a disappointing 3 stars. That's okay. Hopefully before the end of the event we'll actually get the shiny. Alright, our second last claim. Come on, little shiny boys. Damn it, at least we got 1 Eevee out of this thing. Fingers crossed this one has decent stats. I do have 1 with decent stats so far, but pretty much every other one that I've caught today has been garbage, so we need some decent ones. Fingers crossed, it's good enough. It'll be good enough for an evolution. I'm not looking for hundos or anything. I'm just looking for, 3 stars. So that'll do. We'll star that one and go on to our lucky last claim, which should be the Galarian Mr. Mime. I almost said Magic Mime. Please, drum roll, shiny, no, disappointment. And our Galarian Mr. Mime is 3 stars. Just again, why do I get these low 3 stars? I mean, I did get the Hundo Sphere from research from the last part of this holiday quest research stuff, but where's my other stuff? Where's my shinies? Where's all this other stuff that I should be getting? It's okay. I shouldn't be too greedy. I did get 2 shinies today, as you guys have seen. So that is that research done. Quick and easy, but that means we now get our double XP. So Winter Wishes ends in 8 days, double catch XP. So, beautiful. We have that operational, active, ready to go. We can collect these research tasks, see if we can get ourselves some decent Eevees. The first one is... that's an Eevee. It's not a shiny, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's what we want. We want the Eevees. Don't be difficult. Moldy Cake Hat Eevee is... disappointing. Come on, you've been giving me bad ones all day. Ones from research should be good. Second, please be a... damn it! I mean, it's okay, but it needs to be shiny. I have no use for non-shiny costumed Pikachus. Alright, our disappointing Pikachu is... disappointing. So, lucky last research task. Fingers crossed it'll at least be an Eevee. Do you know how hard these research tasks were to find? That's what I spent most of the end of my day doing, basically. I had the research done. I was just trying to find these research tasks. And of course, I only get one Eevee. So honestly, after all of that, I feel like my whole day's worth of effort was for nothing. If I didn't get those shinies, I think I would have been just a little bit more disappointed. I mean, we got something out of the day, so I can't be, you know, completely disappointed with it. But to finish off, we will do this evolution of this Cubchoo. So this is actually my best one, surprisingly, out of the 4 that I have. It's 1 star. The other 3 are 0 stars. So unfortunately, we did not get lucky with the IVs on this, but at least we have multiple shinies. So we can add this to our decks. I can't actually remember if this is my Pokédex Beatrix or not. It quite possibly could be. Oh. We've got an invisible Beatrix, so thanks, Niantic, I suppose. Okay, so it wasn't my Pokédex entry, but beautiful. We have that added to the decks now, so it isn't a very visible shiny sort of thing. It's one of those very subtle ones, but a shiny is a shiny, I suppose. It has a bow. That makes it cool, yeah? Sort of. Yeah? So that pretty much does it for this one. Again, it was a nice, quick, easy thing to get done. I just feel like they really rushed a lot of this stuff for this Christmas event. I mean, I went over everything earlier. I don't feel like we've had to have everything squashed into a couple of days when we've had a few weeks of event time sort of thing. So they could have spread this stuff out a little bit, made it a bit more enjoyable, added some stuff to it, you know, stretched it out over those 2 weeks, made it an actual proper timed quest instead of just rushing through stuff to get it done in 1 day. I mean, it's okay for the video, but as a player, you know, I still would like to enjoy playing the game for longer than 1 day of the event. But we still have, you know, a bunch of shinies to try and collect. We have more of these Eevees to try and collect, all of that stuff. So we're not done by any stretch of the imagination. We've still got, you know, 8 days worth of the event, so we'll keep at it, try and get more shinies, all of that good stuff. So guys, let me know how you went during this part of the Christmas event, if you enjoyed it, if you thought it was pretty subpar like usual, like the rest of us sort of thing. And yeah, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, please actually leave a comment. It really helps with the algorithm. See, even the cocky was telling you, leave a comment, guys. Drop a comment, let me know how you guys went through the event, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, other than that, guys, stay safe, happy hunting, Merry Christmas. If I don't see you guys again before the new year, Happy New Year, all of that good stuff. And yeah, have a good one, guys. I'll see you soon.